To view the video in the full length of the screen, just tap on it and then tap on this small icon, like so. Hello and welcome to the channel. This is a place created for seniors, where we'll be showing you how to use technology in the easiest possible way. For today's episode, we'll be talking about YouTube and all the wonders this app has to offer. Let's jump right in. So let's take a look at the YouTube interface. I'm gonna use this mouse pointer so you can see where I tap. I think it's pretty easy to catch on the eye. Okay, so let's tap on the YouTube app icon and we see this feed. We can appreciate at the bottom of the app that we have 5 buttons: Home, Explore, Subscriptions, Inbox and Library. At the top we have 4 more options. This is for using a Chromecast, this is for uploading your own videos, and this magnifying glass is for searching. And speaking of search, let's talk all about the search tool in YouTube, which is the one and most useful tool of all. This is a way to find the content you're interested in. How to find the search tool? Very easily. You just have to scroll all the way to the top and look at the top right hand corner for this icon. This magnifying glass icon means search. Tap on it and you will be presented with this search box. Here you can type any kind of searching criteria you wish. For example, museums. And we'll be presented with a bunch of results. We can type, for example, Cirque du Soleil. And we'll be presented with a bunch of results regarding to Cirque du Soleil. Let's try something different. Let's find for knitting lessons. And here we can find several tutorials on how to knit a sweater, socks, etc. Alright, so we've searched for content and we found it. Now what? Well, now we tap on whichever video we want to see. For example, let's pick this one.
Welcome to Studio Knit.
Alright, so now that it's paused, let's talk about which options are we presented here in the middle of the screen. We can see a thumbs up, we can tap it on or off if we like the video. Here's a thumbs down if we dislike the video. Here's a share button. Let's see. What does it do? If we tap on it, we're presented with these options. We can share this video to WhatsApp, to Twitter, to iMessage, or we can send a link through email. We can even copy the link and paste it to whichever media we wish for. That's very useful for sharing videos. So let's give this video a thumbs up. Alright, so now that the search tool is covered, let's talk a little bit more about the interface. There are some buttons that may benefit from some explanation. When YouTube app opens, you will be set by default at this tab, which is the Home tab. Here you will find videos coming from channels you had subscribed before, but also some other videos coming from related channels which YouTube thinks you might find interesting. You might be willing to spend some time here just scrolling down and maybe finding something that might interest you. You might find something, but the part where you will spend most of your time is here at the Subscriptions tab. Let's tap on it. Here you will find content coming only from the channels you had subscribed before, which guarantees in some way that the content that you'll see here is only the things that will matter to you. This brings us to our next topic, which is subscribing to a channel. What's subscribing to a channel? Well, it's letting YouTube know that you like the content from a channel, so you will be shown more of that content, where in two parts mainly. Here on the Home tab and here on the Subscriptions tab. Let's see how it works. Let's pretend I'm interested in this video. Okay, let's click on it. And here at the middle of the screen, we have the name of the channel. And here we can see the subscribe button. Very important. If you wish to subscribe to a channel, you just have to click the subscribe button. You will be presented with this bell notification icon. If you wish to be notified every time a channel posts a video, make sure to click on this notification icon and select all. What if we want to learn a little bit more about it before subscribing? We can do that very easily. We just have to click here on the name of the channel and we'll be directed to the channel's YouTube page, which is this page. Here we can see a banner, some art, again the profile picture, information about how many subscribers, and of course the options to subscribe and to be notified about new content in the channel. But right now I want you to put your attention at the top. Here we can see some tabs: home, videos, playlist, community, and the About tab. We can click on the About tab and learn all about the channel. What is the goal of this channel and the purpose of its videos? Once we read it, we might say, well, this is not really for me, I just like that one video and that's it. Or we can say, well, I'm all about it, let's subscribe. Then you can tap back to the Home tab, and here you can of course click the subscribe button and the notification bell icon. About comments. Comments are a very important thing in the YouTube world. When a creator posts a video, it comes with a description of the video. At the bottom of the description of the video, you will see the comments section, where viewers can comment or post questions to the creator. Comments are always welcome, as long as they are respectful. So, let's jump right in and see how to comment on a video. Well, the first thing you have to do is to make sure you're viewing the video on this, like, let's call it vertical view, or portrait view, if you wish. If you're watching it in a horizontal fashion, well, undo that by clicking this button so you can switch to the vertical view or portrait view. Alright, so here at the name of the video you can see at the left this small arrow. When you click it, you will see the description of the video, which is this very interesting part. It gives us some additional information, such as the date in which this video was published, some links. So let's scroll down, and here we go. This is the comments section. We can tap here and boom. Here we can read all the comments written about this video, and we can add our very own. Now let's talk about saving videos for watching them later. What happens when you find something that really interests you, but you just don't have the time to see the video at that specific moment? Well, you can save it to a playlist, and the playlist come in two flavors: auto-generated playlists created by YouTube and self-generated playlist created by users just like yourself or myself. Okay, so how do you save this video to a playlist? Just tap on the save button and look at the bottom of the screen. Here you can say save to recent playlist, watch later. You can change that, of course, by tapping on it again. You will be presented with all of the playlists that YouTube created and also the playlist that you yourself as a user created. Specifically, you can see at the top the watch later playlist, which is very useful, very handy when you just want to save videos for future watch. But you can also create your own playlist. You just have to tap here where it says New Playlist. You can put a name that suits the playlist, such as Music, Create, and that's it. What if you want to save a video to multiple playlists? You can do that as well. Just tap again on the Save button and just pick all the playlists in which you wish to save that specific video. That way you can watch it later and remember all the things that you've learned. Now let's talk a bit more about some other tabs here. I want you to put your attention at the bottom of the screen, and in the right bottom corner you will see this library icon. Let's tap on it. It's a very useful tab. Here you will find the recent videos, the videos you had recently watched, and the beauty of this is that you can pick them up exactly where you left them. For example, if you were watching this video, How Do Animals Feel Pain in the Morning, and you want to keep watching it where you left it off, maybe during your lunch break, well, it's easy. Just head to your library tab, go to your recent section, find the video, and the video will resume exactly where you left it. Now, moving on, here we have a history button. It will display all the history of the videos you've watched for like forever. And here is a watch later shortcut to see the videos that you've saved for watching later purposefully. And here is a playlist section. Here you will see all the playlists that you had created. I've created a lot because I've been using YouTube for a long time. And you will too be you will be finding yourself creating several playlists. Let's talk about some other miscellaneous options and tools that come integrated in YouTube. Let's tap on this video, but these three buttons are what I want to talk to you about. This gives us additional adjusting options. Let's tap on it. All right, we are presented with several things. Let's see what's in here. We can adjust the quality of the video. We can add captions if available. We can report if we consider the content is inappropriate. We have here a help and feedback, playback speed. We can make it go faster if we're in a hurry, and we can watch it with a virtual reality device. And here are something called stats for nerds. All right, so there's one more tool we need to talk about, and that's the tool for uploading your very own videos. There are two main reasons for uploading your own videos to YouTube. The first one is for sharing purposes. You may have noticed that when trying to share a video using a messaging app such as WhatsApp or iMessage, the video will be cut out at the minute length mark, and that's just annoying, especially if our video is 2 or more minutes long. Well, the easiest workaround for such issue is to upload our video to YouTube and then just share a link to our friends and family so they can enjoy the video in its full length. The second reason for uploading our videos to YouTube would be for backing up purposes. Basically, YouTube offers unlimited storage, and it's somehow easy to organize and share our cherished memories. So it's not at all a bad idea to upload our videos with the privacy settings set to unlisted in order to back them up, just in case. In a minute, we'll talk about this privacy settings thing I just mentioned with more detail. Alright, now that being said, let's upload a video. You have to open the YouTube app, scroll all the way to the top in order to find this icon. It's like a video recorder. Tap on it. You will be presented with your most recent videos. Pick the one you want to upload. For example, let's pick, I don't know, this one. Let's just tap on Next, and we get to choose a title. Let's just name this Test Video 3. We also get to choose our privacy settings, and this is where it gets interesting. We have three options: public, unlisted, and private. I strongly suggest you select unlisted. This will let you share your video securely. Since your video it's unlisted, no one can find it through the YouTube search tool. That's why it's unlisted. It's not in the catalog, it's not indexed. Now, the other options are public. You might want to choose a public video, like for example, this video I'm creating right now, which is a tutorial meant for the public in general, and I wish people to find it, then I will choose the privacy setting to public. Otherwise, choose unlisted. And the private, when you choose private, only the creator of the video can view the video. So this is good like for drafts, but otherwise choose unlisted. Once unlisted is chosen, tap in the right hand corner, upload, and your video will start uploading. All right, now that YouTube is done uploading our video, let's put our attentions here on these three dots. Our video will look like this. Here is our video title, test video, and these three dots will give us, let's tap on them, will give us this share option. Tap on it, and here we can see a bunch of apps that will let us share our video directly. If we don't see the app we're looking for, don't worry, we can always copy the link and paste it anywhere we need to. Well, I think that covers pretty much all the basic YouTube tools. I'm confident that by using the app, you will get fluent in it. Remember, practice makes master. So use your app, share some videos, subscribe to the channel, especially to this one. And remember, if you have any question, leave it down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.